Okay. Why am I making a rebounding movie, of all things? Well, I went years without rebounding. I had my whole staff get into it back in the 1980s. And then I don't know if I was ever that into it even back then. I mean, I kept trying to do it, and I just didn't enjoy it that much, so I didn't keep up with it and stopped altogether. And funny thing, Keely came here for a visit and got on this rebounder, which is one of the ones I had left. We gave away or sold all the other ones, and so this is this little round rebounder. I'm sure you've seen the kind, so I don't have to show it to you. And I didn't want anybody to waste their time trying to video this, so I just stuck the camera on a tripod back here on the pool deck, and I'm doing the rebounding here. That's my neighbor's dog going nuts over there. Maybe he hears me, I don't know. Trying to say hello. Anyway, so when I decided to get back into rebounding, and I thought, I've been getting so much out of watching yoga movies on the web that I decided, okay, I'm going to go on the web and see what they're doing with rebounding these days. I'm going to watch rebounding movies. And I went there, and there was nothing like this at all. This is the way I learned to rebound. And there was a guy who he had been one of my students, and he made a DVD. He invested his life savings, in a DVD on rebounding. And, he showed all these different ways of rebounding. Like you see here, this is a, what you're doing actually, just as he put it, you're driving yourself into the rebounder with your arms. See, this is really an upper body exercise. It's not a lower body exercise. And so I decided, okay, I will try it. When he showed it to me, and then I went on the web looking. What I wanted to do also is I wanted to have a movie that I could send my colleagues who cure things, like what we teach people how to cure medically incurable diseases on the web. So this is, we don't teach rebounding generally. Okay. I never thought I'd end up being the guy to show people how to rebound. God. Who knows whatever happened to this fellow who taught rebounding, back long ago. I don't know if his DVD was ever successful. Poor guy. But he was good. He was just such a good rebounding instructor. He was great, I didn't see him on the web when I went on there. And I don't even know if I'd recognize him anymore. I don't remember his name or anything. I don't know. I'm sure somewhere in the thousands of DVDs that I've got stashed somewhere, I'd probably find his DVD, but I really wanted to see it again to pick up some tips, but there was nothing. See, now I go 12 minutes. I have a timer set back there, and that's what I do. I do these varied exercises for 12 minutes. Like here, let me just turn to the side. And I will now demonstrate the arms out position. And again, see, I'm using this. It's the upswing that pushes me into the rebounder. And then I just sort of relax on the downswing a little bit. It's probably not that easy to see it, but if I tell you, see, I got my chimes here, so I can make myself a little noise. It's kind of nice, to have chimes, and every so often I hit them. Like when I do this, for example, I hit them, and kind of punctuates my rebounding a bit, And then here's I suppose this would be a bicep thing. And again, when I push up, I'm driving myself into the rebounder. That's how that works. And then this is a more relaxed kind of way of doing this. I thought I might as well just turn the camera on and show, you know, my entire routine, though I don't really have a set routine. I just do these things, you know, and I change them, you know, as I think of other things to do. Like I used to do this a lot. This was one of the ones everybody did. You know, they were big on biceps, my staff, I guess. The women had great biceps. Well, we were always very committed to exercise because it's one of the 4 ways that you control your metabolism. You know, for people who want to lose or gain weight or just be healthy, you have to control your metabolism to be healthy. You can't have health without metabolic control. And there are 4 ways you control your metabolism. One of them is the rhythm of rest and relaxation. Now, I used to go to the park in the afternoon. See, I nap every day. And I have for the last 30 years or so. Or more, probably. Actually, probably going on 40 years at this point. And I started napping back in the 1970s. So yeah, it's going on 40 years. And in the afternoon, when I would wake up, I'd go for a run. That's what I always did. I'd go out jogging, get my jogging things on, go out jogging. Then I'd come back and take a shower and go out to dinner or something, you know. This is when I lived in New York, LA, Philly, Santa Fe, the Florida Keys, wherever I was living. That's what I did. That was my afternoon routine. And I'm doing something that's way more, you know, computer oriented. And you know, on the computer, if you've ever noticed, like you can work whenever you want. It's the most wonderful thing, you know. You can work 24/7 if you want. You know, you never have to stop working when you work on a computer because there's always something you can do. It's wonderful. It's the modern age of work. So, you know, but I like to also, you know, like, you know, I'm supposed to be brushing the pool this afternoon, so that's, Franny's away. She usually brushes the pool, and I have to brush the pool today. So I was never that keen on having a pool, but the house we found had one, so that was it. We had a pool, you know. You know, boy, like I needed more responsibilities, but anyway. So this is easier than going to the park. I'd probably save half an hour, you know, if I went to the wildlife area and ran on the dirt, you know, doing this. Because this is 12 minutes. I just stop what I'm doing and do this for 12 minutes. And it sets me up for the evening, you know, to have some exercise, some good exercise like this. Also, Franny told me my upper body was withering away and I needed to get some upper body exercise, so she recommended rebounding, and that's when I started. That's when I started rebounding that day. I couldn't bear the shame, you know. So it's often true with exercise that we're shamed into it, you know. So anyway, this is what this looks like from the front. And then there's this. And let's see, what are the other ones? Oh yeah, this, I guess I showed this before. You know, you've probably seen everything you need to see in this video right now. And I still have 2 minutes, it looks like, to go, so. Just trying to think if there's anything else I should be telling you. Oh, yeah, I don't eat without exercising first. I never eat without having exercised. Like, that's why I don't eat in the morning. Well, even after I exercise, I don't eat for a while. For quite a while, usually. So that means I exercise twice a day and I eat 2 meals a day. And this makes my schedule freer so that I can have project sections in there too. My whole life isn't just napping and exercising, you know, which it would be if I had 3 meals and 3 exercise sessions, which might not be bad, you know. Maybe I could win a contest or something, you know, for bodybuilding. No kidding, I was actually looking on the web and there was this old guy, and that's what it said. This old guy decided to get himself in shape, and he looked like he was about 80, and he became a bodybuilder and he built his body up. It works, you know. So it's never too late. You don't have to look to me for a role model for that. You can, you know, there are other role models out there. I'm just trying to show you how to get the most out of rebounding, because the videos that I saw about rebounding that were on the web were horrible. I couldn't believe it. Like, it was these old ladies putting their foot on the rebounder, and, you know, they were sitting in a lounge chair with their foot on the rebounder, like pushing up and down. And so it was just, what? The future of rebounding is here. You know, I was going, oh no. The rebounder advocates have aged since they first came on the scene. Anyway, I did it, 12 minutes, and we're up to 35 seconds. So now watch, as long as you're still here, which you're probably not, but anyway, watch how I end this. You see, what I do is I lean down, and I grip the end of the rebounder, and I just shake my legs, and I lean back. You probably can't see too much of this because I may be completely out of the picture at this point. I do not do a full rebounding session in the morning, just in the morning, which this is, I just do a little sort of a touch-up, you know. I find that when I go and work around the yard, that, you know, that's a nice little bit of exercise too. It can be, you know, and it's a little bit better if I have done some rebounding first. So I just go through all the little motions for a few seconds each one. And it makes a difference in the kind of breathing I do for the rest of the time. See, I go to the wildlife area, which is a block away, in the morning, and I jog on dirt out there. So, but this just keeps me going. You know, when it's before the sun gets full, I like to do a little something around the yard in the back. Or just hose down the pool deck or brush the pool or something, which I got roped into. I'm supposed to. I didn't actually want a pool, but the house we found had one, so that was that. You know, so limited selection around here, it seems. Anyway, but I do swim too, and you know, when I'm taking my morning shower, in the middle of the shower, I get in the pool for a little while, and I just, I can swim in place, kind of slowly, while the pool pump's running, so I do that. So I exercise throughout the day. Every time whenever I wake up, I exercise, and also at various other times. And I also do yoga the same way. I, you know, stop for 5 minutes and I do some yoga when I'm like out in the wildlife area. I did find it very helpful to watch yoga videos on the web and I saw all kinds of little things that I had been doing and sort of dropped out, or that I was seeing for the first time, some of them, and started doing them. So the web has been a major, major source of yoga. Golly, there's just so much. And I find if I work on 2 computers, so when I'm working on one of my computers, I put a yoga video on the other one, and I just sort of glance over at it, and I pick things up that way, and then I do them later when I'm doing my yoga. And as you can see, I need all this because I got a plumper right here. See that? That's from the yoga of eating. the yoga of eating too much. Well, that's all for now. Da, 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 da.